I'm Chuck Smalley. I like to go out and metal detect, treasure hunt.
And Chuck's been helping others do the same for years. Guide, gear supplier, and archaeologist with unmatched experience. From the metal detectors and equipment you need to the research and real-world hunts that bring history back to life. Using high-tech tools and old-school know-how. Check out Shooter Supply and Prospecting. And let's get digging for treasure and history. Find us on Facebook now.
All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this. Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back, we're live. I know we said we may not be, but, what the hey, we're doing it anyway. We're doing it anyhow. So, we thought that tonight would be a good night to go ahead and make sure that we plug the ID Me hunt, the NOKTA ID Me, and the DTH event. So obviously, for those that saw the promo earlier, you already know that the lineup has changed a little bit. And tonight, we do not have Chuck, but we do have Alan.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
All right. I think they're all dropping into the chat.
Yep, I've been watching, saying hello to everybody.
Ah, I see. Well, nothing wrong with that.
And Dennis has all the prices in, too.
Oh, good. And they're fairly on par then. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking like it. And that makes a gram of gold 152.33.
Nice.
Makes Alaska like sound better and better. Yeah, it makes Alaska sound better and better and better.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
Especially if you find some of those big rocks of them.
Yeah, some of those large gram pieces. You know, like 34 gram.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
42
nice.
gram.
That'd be real nice.
Yeah, that will definitely make for a very satisfying trip, I'm sure. Definitely. But not only are we talking about the NOKTA ID Me hunt tonight that is going to be set for DTH here in 23 days, I believe. Does that sound right?
I don't know. Maybe we ought to ask somebody to make sure.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've got somebody on that can answer those questions for us. So
I think
let's
so.
get Casey in here too. How's it going, Casey?
Hey, Casey.
We're gonna have to talk a lot to fill in the shoes for Chuck since he's not here.
That's all right.
all
I
right.
think we can handle it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got it covered pretty well. So
Alan's a good talker too.
So how many days till DTH?
I think you nailed it. I think 23 days. It's sneaking up fast.
well,
Get nervous or just real busy?
A little of both, just because this year's a little different with all the companies cutting back. There's a little bit more unknown this year as far as what prizes I'm going to put where, because I just found out, like from Garrett today, that what they're going to finally send us. So now I can figure out where their items are going to go. So it's more stressful, I'd say, this year, just because the unknown and waiting until the last minute to be able to determine what goes where and what prizes we're going to have and where to spend the money and all that fun stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
right.
I hear you.
Well, and I had some help from a birdie. They mentioned it before the show that it was we were 23 days from DTH. So that's how I was able to nail it down.
He cheated.
He didn't do the math.
Well, somebody's got to keep me on task.
That's right.
So, for those that are wondering, what are the dates? Because that part does escape me.
May 16th is the main event, that Saturday all-day event from 7:30 a.m. till about 10 p.m. And then Friday, May 15th, is the meet and greet that evening from about 5 to 9:30 p.m. And then Sunday will be open hunting, just the camp, and that'll last till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I had to write the dates down, so I put it into my phone. Got to
About
remember to
time.
go.
Well, I'm kind of thinking, shouldn't you already know the dates, Alan, if you guys are doing the
did.
ID meet?
I always wait till the last minute to put them into the phone, though.
Oh, okay.
Too many other things going on right now.
Ah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Casey can definitely attest to that, I'm sure. Because as many of us know, the closer it gets to the event, the more hectic things get.
Yes, I can laugh at Casey for now, but it'll come back to haunt us later.
Yeah, he'll be returning that favor in September.
Exactly.
Yeah, we will be at I will be at DigFest, and Evie probably too, but Mindy's going to be out east. She has a con back out east in Pennsylvania that they're flying her out and paying for all that to host some things going on out there. So she will be gone that weekend, unfortunately.
What kind of con?
It's a Comic-Con.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine Comic-Con.
Yeah, Colossal Con is what it's called, east in the Poconos Mountains, I believe. So. But it's cool that she gets paid to go out there and do it. So she enjoys.
Do you do the ones in Chicago too?
What's that?
Do you do the Comic-Con in Chicago and all those?
She does the one up in the Wisconsin Dells, but not the Chicago one. I know she's been to the Chicago one, but I don't think she's produced anything there.
My daughter's done both and done panels at both.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets into all that also.
Huh.
Yeah, those things are different. So what's going on at Detecting the Heartland this year?
Oh, the usual. We did, of course, just finally get word that KG and Ringy will be there. Found that out a couple weeks ago, with all the craziness with Garrett. Unfortunately, it was up in the air for a minute. So
Right.
that was another thing that was kind of throwing a wrench into last minute planning. So, but we're getting them there, just covering their costs and hopefully get them a little bit more in their pocket too for their time. And it wouldn't be the same without them. We've had them there, I think, 5 years now. So I'm glad we were able to work something out, even getting Ringy from Arizona, to fly up here. And they always had such a good time. They said they're going to do everything they can, to make it right away when everything went down. And I'm glad it worked out. And I had to wear the Iowa State shirt just for Ringy. We know how much he loves the Cyclones and
And the kills. Don't forget the kills.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's for George.
Can too.
Oh, no. Last year, Tim was too.
Well, yeah, that's right. Because 2 years ago, Tim said if there had been two, he'd have wore one too.
Yep.
And they surprised him.
And I told him, I was even nice for once to Tim, and I told him, you may want to wear some Hawkeye type apparel to the meet and greet, some black and gold, which I would never say otherwise, but we bought him a kilt that was black and gold. So I told him that ahead of time to wear some Hawk colors. What does he do? He wears this goofy colored light blue and pink, different colored jersey. So then he's got this ugly blue and pink jersey to go with the black and gold kilt.
Great with a black and gold kilt.
Ever, but it was hilarious.
His fashion sense is a little weird.
Yeah, I was going to say he had to look like a fashion train wreck.
Oh, it was hilarious.
It was. I agree.
Well, and they do it all in good fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're great sports about it. Yeah.
No surprises to say that's anything going on this year?
Well, a couple of years ago we got the mascot, the legit school mascot from the Iowa State.
Right.
Paid the mascot and a cheerleader to come out and surprise Ringy, and that was one of the best surprises we've done. So it's hard to top that one, but we're gonna have one of our members from Wisconsin. He has a legit costume of the Grinch, full head to toe costume of the Grinch. He was actually supposed to do this last year and forgot the costume at home on his front porch. But he's not going to forget this year. He's going to bring that. And for the kids hunt, once we get all the prizes and the stuffed animals and everything, you name it, thrown out there, we're going to have the Grinch come out of nowhere and start taking the toys, taking the different things in the kids. And then we're going to have me and Ringy standing by to just start tackling him, getting him out of there and kicking him out. And so
that's good.
It should be a fun thing with that. And,
yeah, I imagine the kids will get a kick out of that.
Yeah. I think it'll go really well. And otherwise, I don't have anything surprise for Tim too much. We're still trying to think of something, for those guys, but we'll come up with something.
I'm sure. I just thought maybe we can get a little surprise for everybody here tonight.
Right. A little insight, yeah.
Yeah, that's
right.
And if anybody's commenting,
radical fun.
I cannot read the comments, so if anybody's commenting questions or anything, Alan, we're counting on you.
Well, and we can always brainstorm, because I'm sure KG and Ringy aren't listening.
Right.
Yeah, we can always get handcuffs and handcuff them together.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That would be funny. Who would kill who first?
Handcuff them together.
Behind them, and
yeah. And then it would be for the Grinch to decide who's going to be the bad guy and kill the other.
Handcuff them together and make them do the ID Me course.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, actually, they did it last year once.
But
not handcuffed.
Yeah, they didn't do very well.
And now they're going to have new machines they're running, so then they might really struggle, or who knows, they might do better.
Yeah, you never know.
I
Who knows what they're
don't
going to be using?
I've heard of the machines that KG's using, and he's doing well with them.
He's got one of these.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
That's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrong side.
I guess. I guess if people want to know what he's going to be using, they're just going to have to pay attention at the event.
Yeah.
But at that point, is it
where they won't be sponsored by Garrett? So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, they are now the new hot free agent.
Yeah, a big red circle with a line across. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Did I say that?
Bullseye.
Sorry.
Bullseye. Yeah.
Well, and before the show, remember, Alan did say that, he figures he could be nice once a year, and he got that out of the way before the show. So
yeah, really.
I think the handcuffs would be really funny.
Oh, that I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I say handcuff them together and make them run the ID Me course.
That'd be real funny.
I'll have Mindy look up Amazon. Maybe we can get some fuzzy hands.
That's what I was just going to say. Maybe we can find somebody to make them fuzzy.
She could bedazzle them even, she's good at that. So
that would be
there you go. Bling them out.
Yeah.
Make them pink and blue.
Dennis is asking if Quarter, Hoarder, and Doug are coming.
Yeah. Yep. They'll be there. And that was also, a wrench in the whole thing.
Up in the air.
Yeah. Because NOKTA can't afford. Well, they can, but they're choosing, to cut expenses here and there, just like anybody else, because of sales being so low. But only to events that are in drivable distance, basically. So, but they were awesome. Mark with NOKTA is willing to donate a legend to do an online raffle, to raise some funds. So, we posted that along with maybe 10 other prizes on DTH, to do a raffle. And we made plenty to pay for those guys to come out here. And then we made some additional, to go to other prizes. And now ultimately probably KG and Ringy's expenses. So it all worked out great. And they will be there.
Mike, just so you know, White's detectors will not be there.
Yeah, that was Mike Chuckland.
Yeah.
Well, he asked on the comments, what about White? It was White's in a question mark.
Oh, that's great. He's still a White's guy.
You may have been sleeping for a few years, but they're gone.
They're right there on the list,
Yes.
right there with Tesoro.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Like
yeah. But yeah, Mike Treckler's on there. As a matter of fact, he bought one of the tickets that Dave Dinatale had, I do believe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yep, he did. You're right.
And that's how he was able
said he
to
wants
be
to give you his beer tab.
It might be a big one.
You might need to raffle off another machine.
Yeah, you may need to. You got to get a beer
tab. Right.
Just saying.
Yeah, funny story about Mike. Make it kind of short, but we visited him down near St. Louis, Roger Harris and I. And we had a few drinks in his garage. Roger had way more drinks than I did, but I was driving, and so I was sober. But Roger was opposite of sober, and he made best friends with a dog of Michael's. But this dog is big, 100+ pounds probably. And they were
that's a big dog.
Oh, he was a big boy. Best friends all night, licking him like crazy, his face up and down everywhere. Well, we go to leave.
So the dog was licking Roger, I'm assuming, not the other way around.
Not the opposite, yeah.
Because you did say he was far from sober.
So then we're going to leave. It probably was 2 a.m. by the time I talked Roger into leaving. And he's doing everything in his power to walk it from the little man shed that Michael has to the car. So he's like concentrating with all his power just to make it there without falling. And then all of a sudden he hears the dog and he turns around and the dog's running towards him. He's like, "Oh, buddy," you know, whatever his name was. And he holds his arms out and the dog just jumps on him with all of his weight. And somehow, to Roger's credit, he held his beer in hand. He got knocked into the garage and was about to fall over on some like tall gardening tools. All those tools went flying all over the place, but he somehow didn't spill his beer and he was upright and never fell himself. So I don't know how.
Save the beer.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it was impressive. We get into a lot of shenanigans on the trips we go on, but it's a lot of fun.
That's great. That's a good story.
We've got the bandit in the chat.
So the hunt. No other secrets you can give us, huh?
No, I don't think anything too crazy that I can think of. A lot of the normal stuff, you know, and the camp's over 100 years old, which is outstanding, you know, and over 500 acres, I believe it is. So there's it's a beautiful camp.
It's a large camp.
You could get lost really easy. We were getting lost just driving around with the camp director and everything. But she was on the side-by-side, or no, we were in her truck, you know, and we were driving all over the place. So you can wander for ages and, you know, it's been detected. We've heard that in the past, but when you have 500 acres,
never get it all.
You can't cover everything. You
can't really make a dent. Yeah. So
I did have somebody ask me a few weeks ago to talk to you about getting golf carts to rent. Have you guys looked into that at all?
No, never have. Never thought. Well, we thought about it in years past, but.
And Dennis just put that up and just erased it because
it could be
he erased it.
It could be handy though to, you know, get medical attention to someone or vice versa.
Yeah, right. The camp director will be on site helping us out with parking and all kinds of different things. So she'll have her truck, you know, if necessary.
Well, see, maybe they've got a side-by-side or something.
Yeah.
What we did at the last Dig Fest is we had a local company up there because it was all the way up in northern Wisconsin where we had people sign up for golf carts and they paid them direct and rented the golf carts for the weekend.
And the golf course delivered them to the campground.
And delivered them to the campground and picked them up at the campground.
Wow.
And the money was all on them.
It actually worked out very well from everybody that I talked to about it.
Yeah. And then they did it at the Show Me Hunt too this year.
Okay.
Right.
Just something to bring up to you. Just they wanted me to call you and bring it up to you to mention it to you too.
I mean, especially when you're on these large pieces of property like that, because I know some years back, me and a group of people had hunted a scout camp that was 5 or 550 acres. And I mean, you guys know you've been on camps like that. There are you could hunt all weekend, and there are people that you will not run into the entire weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
So they never find it all.
And the people will rent them and pay for the golf carts. Just so you're aware of it. I told them I'd bring it up to you when I talked to you, and we haven't talked.
Yeah. I was looking for new ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks may be too short a time to get something like that off the ground for this one, but
it's not, because we redid it and then redid it.
And definitely something to keep in mind for the next one, even if you can't get it off the ground this time. But yeah, I do remember that, Alan, because you guys had, if I remember right, you guys had things set up with another golf course.
Correct.
But
and
then they canceled or whatever the reason was, and you guys had to scramble and found a different golf course.
Yeah, but it wasn't a problem. And
no.
And that campground was 1,800 acres. But we couldn't hunt all of it. So we're going to end up going back there again. It's just when.
Yeah.
we got all of a sudden inundated to get more fields to hunt. But I just wanted to bring it up for you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the camp's right on the Cedar River too, so there's fishing available. We're gonna do the large fish contest again. That went over well last year.
Hopefully Frankie's listening.
Frankie, are you on here tonight? I haven't seen you.
I don't know if he's on there or not, but
That'll
his
make
ears
Frank
ought to
happy.
be burning.
I know KG and his daughter Morgan took advantage last year, and KG, I think it was KG or else his daughter, I can't remember now, caught a nice bass, in the pond last year.
Yeah, she caught a big one too, didn't she?
Yeah, it was, I think, leading for a little bit, but then it got beat out.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
I could see either of them doing that.
Right.
Yeah, well, they do like fishing though.
Looks like Dennis says Morgan did.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I remember that too. But there were some big fish caught there, if I remember right.
Yep. And Dennis says I'm assuming this is what he's referring to as the golf carts, and he would gladly do it again, as in he would gladly rent one again.
Yeah, Dennis is the one who made me say I would bring it up to you.
Okay. Yeah.
And
they really
sometimes
using those golf carts.
Sometimes it's handy just to have one around for those diehard hunters that absolutely refuse to come in from out of the field, where you can at least take them a couple of bottles of water and say, here, at least stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Good point.
Because you don't need anybody falling over from heat exhaustion or anything.
No.
Yeah, right. You never know what the weather is.
Some of those hot ones. The I hunt last summer was
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Brutal.
That looked miserable.
How hot that one was.
Everybody was soaked. I could see in the pictures.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I think at one point I had looked at my phone, and with the heat index, it was, I think, like 112.
Oh man, that's miserable.
I went out on the field for like 5 minutes, like I did at DTH last time, if you remember.
Yeah.
I went out there for 5 minutes, came back soaking wet, and I go, that's it, I'm done. I just want to be able to say I hunted a little.
Yeah, at first I was disappointed I couldn't make it because of my store's inventory was that weekend. But then when it actually came around and I saw the weather, I was like, well, I'm not so disappointed anymore.
Oh, God, it was bad. It
was
really hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but things like that help a lot.
Who was that, Alan? Do you remember? Was that Dave White? Maybe that he was out there on the field and the muffs for his headphones literally disintegrated.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't remember who it was. But yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was bad.
Because he come back in off the field and Chuck was just kind of looking at him strange, and he's like, "What did you get into?"
Yeah, Dennis says, yeah, it was Dave White.
Okay.
Well,
but
we had two NOKTA tents up, one for the ID Me challenge and one for Delic and Mark and them to run their roulette wheel for prizes. And everybody was packed underneath those tents.
Well, yeah, it was more like half of one for the ID Me, half of one
Josh.
Yeah, it didn't look like there's a lot of trees.
Pardon me?
It didn't look like there's a lot of trees at the event,
No,
for sure.
That was an open area, but it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you walked out from under the tent to the field, it just about knocked you right over. The heat was stifling.
We did that once at DigFest, and we bought out 3 stores worth of water.
Oh,
We spent like another, I want to say $800 for water alone. And then we were driving around the one campground, just throwing water at people just to get them so they don't dehydrate. But that's how bad it was. This one was worse.
Yeah. It was horrible. And I still say, if it hadn't been for John and Alan, I'd have probably been in some serious trouble. But they were making sure I was staying hydrated and all of that in the shade.
And under the tent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. I wasn't about to put up a fight neither. It was too hot.
Yes, it was wild.
Yeah.
Now here's Dennis saying he didn't detect at all that hunt.
Oh, I wouldn't have either. No.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It really was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
No.
and I mean, you could see people coming in off the field just absolutely soaked.
Oh,
You know, dumping bottles of water over their head and everything else to do anything they could to cool off. But a few minutes later, they'd be right back out there on the field again, seeing what else they could
But
find.
this is about detecting the heartland, so let's talk more about it.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm hoping as many rings are found this year as last year at that camp. I think it was
You
ended up
guys,
50 rings, I think.
yeah, you
And
guys did have a number of them show up.
one lady, I bet she's in her 70s, easy. I bet came from the East Coast, and she found 6 rings, herself, which we were
Wow.
very lucky that it
Wow.
trip from I think it was around Pennsylvania or New Jersey somewhere, and she's coming again this year too. So, and at first, I think she thought she might find stuff that she finds out east, large scents and so on. But realize, it's Iowa, it's not the East Coast.
Right. Yeah.
She was more than happy finding, those 6 rings. So that definitely.
I can't see where anybody wouldn't be.
Yeah, what kind of rings were they? Silver, gold, mixture?
I know, if I remember right, at least one was gold and a couple were silver. I know at least.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I heard of one gold ring turning up. Scout ring.
Yeah. There was also a class ring, gold class ring from I think the 60s that Jeannie Cranbeer found. And she was able to return it to the ocean.
I think I saw that one.
It was a
that's
beautiful.
cool. That's
that's
cool.
But 6 rings, one person found 6 rings. That's incredible.
It is. You don't hear of that.
No.
She was on
one
fire.
month? That's crazy.
And
like
the way
I said,
it sounds,
so
and the way it sounds, these weren't like junk rings.
right.
Wow.
Yeah, and especially the silver one. Nobody went over them and didn't dig them. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
You did,
Right.
they were beginners.
Yep. Yeah,
and then,
I mean, you get on any scout camp that's giving you a signal like that, you're digging.
yeah, definitely. That's a good thing about those scout camps too, is there's not a lot of trash. You get some of your campfire foil, and stuff, but not a lot of trash. Usually it's pretty clean, and the targets you find are really keepers. So
yeah, it's not like hunting a public park.
Right. The public parks drive us crazy. So we've never had an event at a public park, and if we don't have to, we're not going to. But just because of that, so much trash, and it's been hunted a million times too at public too. So
Sure.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And
Precious metals
usually,
are up a little bit. Dennis is putting the prices up right now, and they've all gone up a little.
a new
Okay.
update, huh?
Yep.
and
He's
we were
saying, gold is up to 47.54.95. Silver up to 78.70. Platinum 2,092.50, and palladium 1567 even.
We're flat on gold. Everything else is green, so we're almost there.
Yep, that's a good thing.
We luckily, when the tickets went on sale for our event back in early December, my admin on the East Coast, Cody Donor, knows a bunch of different coin dealers, and he was able to purchase, the big chunk right off the bat back in December, which worked out great because it wasn't cheap back then, but it wasn't this expensive.
Right.
So he got some good things back in December, and I think 8,000 of the 10,000 plus, that we spent on the coins all at once back in December. So
Wow.
Yeah,
And
at
I'm
least you and
sure.
I weren't fighting to get the hammered coins this time.
yeah, right. That was fun.
Did you hear that story, Josh?
I do not believe so.
There was the one year that I was buying the hammered coins for Digfest. Mindy was buying them for detecting the
For
heartland.
DTH?
Yes. And it was at the same time, and we're both waiting to put bids in at the last second so we don't have to overpay to get them.
Yeah.
And every
Yep.
time, some I got, then some I lost at the last seconds, only to find out
Uh-huh.
it was Mindy I was bidding against.
Yeah, that
And
is
you're
so
going,
funny.
dang, foiled again.
Yes. And I said them when we found out we can't do that again because we're only hurting each other.
Yeah, right.
And I
Well,
haven't been buying them anymore for Digfest. So I don't know if you did this year, but
Yep,
I
we got
wasn't
some
involved.
in, and we got some, like quite a few versions of different reals, half reals, 2 reals.
Okay.
Quite a bit of that stuff too. We're trying to get to the older the better, even as far as silver.
You
Because if
see
you're
that,
paying,
everybody? We got another secret out of him. He got some reals.
oh yeah,
Yeah, see, and he just let that slip.
Yes, he did.
and if you're paying that much for silver, basic silver, might as well make it worth it and pay that much for really old silver.
Yes.
Well,
I
and
agree with
see,
you.
it makes it tough though at these prices.
Yes,
It
it does.
does. It really does. Like I said, we're going Friday to a show to try and see what we can come up with.
Yeah. And of course, Heath Jones from History Seekers will be there. He's coming up from Alabama, and
Yeah.
and we
And we
tried
know
to.
Chuck's making the trip.
Oh, okay. Chuck's been there since the first one 12 years ago. So when we only had 50 people, and it was at a farmhouse, for that first event, a $500 donation started the whole craziness from a member. So who would have thought?
Yeah.
Right. And how
I think the first one I made it to was like the second or third.
My cat wants to say hi. He keeps trying to get in here. So
Nothing wrong with that.
well, gotta show the cat off.
yeah, he's about knocked my phone over 3 times trying to get in here. So
Right? Cat's going, hey, now I want to make my presence known too.
yeah, exactly right. He's jealous.
Well, he
And
should
how many are in attendance, are going to be in attendance this year, and how quick did the sales go this year?
We most years we've been doing 170 paid adults. This year we upped it to 190 paid adults because we had a little bit more space. The 170 spots went in about 20-30 minutes, and it kind of trickled in after the first 160, 170. And it ended up taking about 3 to 4 hours, I think. But it was still late that night that it sold out completely. So it was still very fast.
Wow.
So
So it took a little longer than previous years, but that could be a reflection of the metal prices and everything, and people just being uncertain, can I really afford to go to an event, even though the events are fewer and farther between this year?
yeah,
they definitely are. A lot
Yep.
of canceled.
Yeah, and we continue to hear of more canceling as the year goes forward.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
some of the big ones.
Yeah,
Well,
Detective
even
All.
the big one in England is not going to happen this year.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Detective All.
Detectable is not going on this year.
That's true. I did see that.
Yep. As they phrased it, we are on pause.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I guess apparently is their adequate way of saying we're canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's harder now because of the price. It really is.
Yeah.
But
And
when you
cost
stop
of
and
everything
think,
going up, not just coins.
yeah, I mean, and we thought that, obviously the smaller events were going to fall to the wayside first because of the prices. But Detective All is the world's largest detecting rally.
Yes.
Huh.
And it's not 1,000 people, it's thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
crazy.
Somewhere up to about 10, I think, is what I heard.
I mean, it's like basically it's like Woodstock, only with your clothes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because they are just all over the place. It's like a weekend long concert. Vendors, music, reveals, launches, demonstrations, hunts.
Yep. Everybody
whole-
last year, Detectable, everybody revealed new machines.
Yeah.
Literally everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, I need to thank our main sponsors, NOKTA, for they're always amazing as far as communication, and I don't have to worry about last minute things, and everything
They
goes.
are always on par.
I
Yeah,
don't know what you're talking about. I know nothing
They're
about
always on their
them.
game.
and they're getting a Legend 2 for us, and then a triple score and a pinpointer, and then of course hosting the ID Me with Alan and
What's his name?
yeah, John. There you go.
Yeah, that guy.
So yeah, they've been awesome, and then Mind Lab did come through too. They're gonna.
Which
They sent me
incidentally, we are streaming this into the IMDA.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
So
Mind Lab.
what did Nocta give?
Nocta gave the Legend 2, triple score, a couple of detectors for the kids, pinpointer, of course the famous orange bags with the hat. Yeah, so quite a bit. And then
Mind Lab came through too, you said?
Yep, Debbie was able to send Equinox 900, a pinpointer, and then a Vanquish 540 for the kids as well. So
nice.
And then Garrett came through as well.
yeah, just today. So it looks like they're gonna send what's the new machine?
Vortex.
Yeah.
Vortex. There you go. Yeah, Vortex, and then we're buying some stuff at discount, and then they're sending a hunt package with a couple shovels and a bunch of swag, and for just $75.
Nice.
Is anybody coming up from them?
No.
Okay.
And nobody from Mind Lab, unfortunately, with Debbie being shut down, so. But Hot Mess Fishing from Nokta will be there too, as long as everything goes okay with her family. Her mom, I know, is battling cancer and stuff. So hopefully.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, all the plans are that she'll be there, but you just never know, with that stuff. So family first, definitely.
But the important ones will be there from Nocta.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
You and John will just have to do more work, Alan.
No, it's always a fun hunt. Anybody who's on here, if you've never gone, I saw a couple people on there saying this will be their first. It's a lot of fun, that hunt. The camaraderie is a blast there. It really is.
Yeah.
And the Team ID Me hunt, a couple people here said you got to try it. You'll be shocked. And the prizes are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First place this year is going to be Legends.
Mm-hmm.
For the first place team, all 3 players will get a Legend.
Legend
Second
2.
place is going to be a pinpointer. Third place, I think, is going to be a shovel, but I am not real sure. And fourth place will be a pouch and a hand digger.
And speaking of history seekers, Heath is in the house.
All right. Hey, Heath.
Hello, Heath. Just saw him a few weeks ago.
And Heath is helping hook us up with the Gold Association. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm not real familiar with it.
GPAA?
Yes, that's it. he's hooking us up. It sounds like with like 5 vouchers that they're going to give us. And then they're going to maybe even send some like pay dirt, to go along with it, and gold pans possibly
Nice.
to give away. And then Heath is going to throw in a gold bug too, Fisher gold bug too. So it'll be a nice
gold machine.
package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good gold machine.
Yeah, a bunch of people said here they've never done panning, but it's a blast to do. It really is.
Yeah, if they get the opportunity to try it, they should.
Yeah, if they've got a booth open for panning, yeah, you need to try. It is fun.
Yeah,
It really
and
is.
Chuck's throwing in a Xterra package for us for to give away, and then I think a couple of kids, things, and then he's going to help raise some funds, for our charity that we're giving to, which this year is a local humane society that's struggling because a lot of their income got shut down by the city, so they need all the help they can get to keep taking cats in and such. So he's going to help us raise funds there through some raffles the night of the meet and greet and the day of the hunt as well. So Chuck's
got some nice pieces for raffle.
He's going to have some gold up there, some legit gold that was dug, and from Alaska.
And I think there'll be a gold backer too as well.
Yep. And then some of the funds will go to help us just offset some of the costs that are coming in that we didn't plan on. So even a few $100 helps. So
right.
Yeah. So he'll have stuff for raffle both the night of the meet and greet and the day of. So be sure to check out his booths at both of those if you're coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some things to keep you busy if you go to the hunt.
Yeah, because some of those raffles he'll let go the night of the meet and greet, and others will run into the next day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. That's usually how he does it. Is he may have, some nice silver pieces or something that he'll let go the night of the meet and greet, and then the gold runs through to the next day a lot of times.
Yeah, who knows what he's got planned.
Right.
Yep. You never know with Chuck.
That is true.
And he has not specifically told me how he's planning to do them this year. I just know that he's got some interesting pieces that he will be raffling.
And Barb just got signed in, I see.
Yeah, I see. It looks like an alphabet organization that she's greeting.
Yes.
Because I just happen to look over at my screen and see XYZ, JKL, and
and Russ Balberona from Fisher too, of course, came through. We haven't got the items yet, but offered a bunch of stuff at half cost that we are buying off Fisher, and then he's donating quite a few kids detectors too, just to try to make the kids event the best one possible, like we always do. And it's in memory of Kelly Underwood, our admin that passed. So
right.
We want to make it the best we can every year in her honor. So
that's great.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
Definitely.
So you got a pretty tight schedule going then.
Yeah. I haven't even been out detecting. I went once, and that was only because we teamed up with the retired archaeologist from the University of Iowa here locally. He's doing a project at a fish hatchery outside of town that dates back to 1900 or so, a little before even. So we teamed up with him, a couple members from DTH, Michael and TJ Hans, and then Mindy came out, and myself. And we had a whole hour presentation that the archaeologist put on for us, just to kind of give us a quick rundown of archaeology, basically, and the proper techniques and all that fun stuff. So, and the history of why we do it and why they do it the way they do it and all that. So it turned out to be really informative and a lot of fun. And Mindy might even take a class at the university to get a license, basically, to be able to do it as well. And then it's looking like it might lead to more projects like local school houses that are long gone. Muscatine Historical Society president here in town is also involved with the project. So he's just trying to team up detectorists and archaeologists and make it a team like others have in the past, and not be against each other, work with each other. And the archaeologist was actually blown away with, the how well we were able to help and everything. So it's been a great team already, in its early stages already. So we're going to actually go help dig up the site the proper way, obviously. There's some
right.
that were just screaming at us, and we're like, what is this? It was driving
Yeah.
crazy not being able to just dig it up and see what the heck it was,
Right.
We will be going back to actually help with the excavation portion of it, in the coming, probably within the next month or so. So that's the only thing we've done detecting wise, unfortunately, with everything going on. But
So do you think you're going to be going back this is the target I want to see first. This is the one that was just killing me.
I remember exactly where some of them were.
Yeah, we did something like that today. We were teaching one of the towns their how to use metal detectors to do crime scenes.
Yeah, forensics basically.
Yeah, we did that today. We did the violent crime subdivision for 23 villages last fall.
Oh, that's cool. I always think someday I'm going to dig up a legit handgun or something, out of nowhere. But so far it's been toy guns with all of
I
them.
thought I had one once because the opening was the size of about a 38 special, but it was a cap gun from the 50s.
Yes, some of those look so real.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Or take up the magnet fishing and you'll get one that way.
Right.
That way you can almost guarantee you go over to a river or a bridge, you'll almost find them, especially here.
Chicago.
Okay, so that's bad of me to say, but yeah, it happens.
Anything you can do to shed a good light on detecting as a hobby is great, though. So you guys did a great job with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why what you were saying, that's great to do and get it involved.
Right.
But we've done libraries and stuff like that too. And Boy Scout camps to do with the Boy Scouts.
That's great. We did one as well with Mindy and I went to the local YMCA and threw a bunch of targets out to find, and we did a presentation, and so the kids loved it.
That's always a good thing.
Right.
But that stuff, you can do basically any time of year or two, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, do you have the schedule of events ironed out yet, Casey, or have you guys not set that in stone yet?
Yeah, it'll be pretty much what it was last year. We posted a couple things on the page. We're waiting for the badges to actually arrive, and we're going to post a picture of the badge that has the scheduled events on the back of it, so that it's posted again. But 7:30 a.m. registration. Ways. People inevitably show up about 6:30 for some reason, even though we have final setup that we need to do, that before everybody shows up. So 7:30, and then kids hunt's usually about 10:30, followed by the catered lunch, and then the big raffle, and then the seated hunt, and then there's a couple-hour break where you can go for supper, come back and do the night pinpointer only hunt, which everybody knows is very entertaining with a bunch of adults crawling on their hands and knees in the dark. So
it is entertaining.
Yes.
And just so everybody knows, those that want to do the ID Me hunt, we will take registration starting at meet and greet.
Yes. And our registration.
We'll take signups then, and then we'll set times and all that for everybody to come by to do their run. You're talking, for those of you who have never done it, you're on the field maybe half an hour, maybe a half an hour. And you will love it, And you will hate me once you start going over the holes. Because I hear it every time. They tell me that I'm a terrible person. We got to get you to run the course too, just to fill out one of the score sheets when you got to take a little time.
Yes, I'm going to try my best to make time to do it.
We were going to do a singles event to try and beat Casey, but it didn't go over last hunt, so we're probably not going to do that part. Just as a joke. It's just then we have certificates that I beat Casey in the ID Me hunt and make you sign it.
Okay, now you're thinking here a little bit. Maybe you got me thinking here a little bit. Maybe I will definitely make time to do it. And it'll be me versus KG and Rangy as a duo. And whoever loses gets to do something real fun. Figure out what that may be, but
that sounds like a good. I like that, and we can
handcuff all three of them together.
Yep. And you got to do it in your kilts.
Oh, geez. The wind might blow up.
Now he's making it tough.
Anybody, if you've never done the hunt, you will love it. And there's people on here who have done it. You've seen people are already saying who have won metal detectors. Barb said she won her triple score there.
Yeah, 5 mile.
This one is a legend.
Yeah.
At this hunt. So you're going to get a pretty good machine for taking first place.
Right. Oh, definitely.
And if you got any questions, feel free. Oh, Dennis put in loser gets handcuffed. When you do the thing with KG and Ringy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, what you have to do, Mike was asking, what it is you'll have 15 targets. And what you do is you have to go around. It's all under it. The grass will be painted over where the targets are. You'll go over the machine, you and your partners, and you will fill out a sheet between you what you think is in the hole, whether it's 1 item, 2 items, or 3 items. And some holes will have 1, some will have 2, some will have 3. And the best you are at getting what is in there, the better score you get. Okay? And then you have 3 tiebreakers. Now, the last hunt we did, which was at the Show Me hunt, first place to 5th place were all half a point away from each other. That's how tight it was going from 1st to 5th.
And that's been the narrowest spread yet.
That is the closest it's ever been. We had to do one of them with a tiebreaker. And the team that actually took 5th, who didn't win a prize, if they would have gotten 1 more point, they would have won everybody's tiebreaker because they had the most points in the tiebreakers.
Wow.
So, I mean, this thing was uncanny how tight it was. The first time we did it, it was all the teams. You had guys that have been detecting for 30 years. And the team that won, 2 of them were detecting for 8 months and 1 was 6 months.
Wow.
But as long as you go by the KISS system, keep it simple, stupid, and don't overthink it, you'll do fine. And it's pretty much everything on there you dug.
And I will guarantee
last year and a half.
Yeah, I will guarantee for Treckler, these are all targets he's dug at some point.
Was that you, Garble, Josh? Were you talking?
I guarantee for Treckler.
And Josh has seen all the targets. Once we take them out of the ground, we put them up on the table so you can really see them while we're grading all the finals. And you'll be shocked at people saying, oh, I should have known that, or I knew this, and you told me it was wrong. And then they argue between themselves. But it's actually, You've dug everything that's in there. Pretty much all of you have. So is it hard? Yes.
Each year to different items?
Yes. It gets changed from hunt to hunt. Like everything that was in the hole at the Show Me hunt, because I don't know if anybody that was there will be doing it again here. And even if you won at the Show Me, you can still do it again here at Detecting the Heartland. We've had one person win twice so far. We've done it, I think it's 8, 9 times now. And we had one person that has actually won it twice. And he will be at DTH. Now, is he entering again? I can't tell you. I don't know.
Probably.
I know who that
was
is.
Tony.
Yep.
And he's won twice. Yeah. Yes, Barb. Tony won twice. And you won once. So you're one behind him. So you got to come all the way up from down south and get to DTH real quick.
Hey, she said she's always wanted to go to Iowa.
But I'll tell you, you will love it, and you'll love the hunt too. Anybody who's never been there, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
And that's about all I can say about that. So you got anything else for us, Casey, on the hunt?
I don't think so. I think we touched base on most of it.
No secrets buried for big treasures or anything?
Your normal 10 caches will be out and about in the camp, in various.
See, I knew I could get more out of you.
If you find 4 out of the 10, you get $500 cash, which it did happen one year. So
there you go.
Last year it was perfect. 10 different people won. Found the copper round that got you the cash. So
that's great.
Yeah, that's what we like to see, is spread the love.
Yeah, spread it around.
Yep. Yes.
All right. Well, I guess if that pretty much covers it, I guess we'll let you back on out of here then, Casey, and I'll see if Alan knows of any secrets about the hunt.
Sure. I will answer anybody's questions about the ID Me hunt except what's in the holes.
Yeah,
good point. Yeah. Well, thanks for taking the time to be on with us tonight, Casey.
Yeah, have a good night.
Good luck with the hunt.
Hope you had a good time without Chuck being here.
Yeah, right.
I think we did okay without him.
Words and edgewise here without him.
There you go. There you go. You have a wonderful night, Casey.
We'll see you.
See you later.
I was getting some feedback off of his phone that was making it sound like
that was doing the feedback. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was garbling the audio and making it sound like we had a ghost box running.
Yeah, I was hearing it. I just couldn't tell where it was from.
Yeah, it was coming off of Casey's phone.
Okay.
And I thought, well, rather than trying to mute his mic and unmute his mic and everything, we'd get whatever other information he had about the hunt and let him out and give you a chance to answer anything else that may need answered about ID Me. And speaking of reveals at Detectivall, the manufacturers have to get a little more creative because they can't use Detectivall as their launching pad this year.
Yeah.
April 23rd.
NOKTA announced another machine.
April 23rd. NOKTA will be doing their live launch of the pulse induction machine.
Right. And the funny thing is, I was talking to them just the other day about it, and he didn't let it out of the bag to me, too.
You must have been talking to Mark.
Yes, I was. And he did not tell me about it at all.
Yep. He's going, I know nothing.
And it was the next day that that announcement came out. And
right.
I'm like, you dog, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, you dirty dog, you. You didn't even give me a heads up.
That wasn't nice at all.
No, that wasn't fair.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, for people interested in that, I know I've got the post. You can find it on NOKTA's the NOKTA Metal Detectors Facebook page.
Yes.
You can find it in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound group, the Beyond Sight and Sound page, and my timeline.
And does anybody have any questions about anything?
I think I might have dropped it in the IMDA as well. Or I'm sure if I didn't, you probably did. You or John.
Yep, and we'll be talking about DigFest on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there. Speaking of secrets.
That's why I didn't want to talk anything about DigFest tonight.
Right. Yeah. We'll actually, Alan will be back Sunday with John in tow, and we'll be talking about DigFest, promoting that
And
event.
we do have some secrets about DigFest.
Oh.
Now, will we share them with the class? I have no idea.
Aha.
But there's going to be a lot of things going on that we've never and nobody else has been doing.
Nice.
So if we don't let it out Sunday, you're just going to have to keep guessing because there will be a bunch of surprises.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And obviously, like we've mentioned before on the show, you and John know and have been told again this year that once again, all the floor time you guys need. So
we appreciate that.
We get the show done Sunday, and then maybe you get some breaking news in a month and a half or whatever. All you got to do is shoot me a message, give me a call, whatever, and we'll get things set up to let some more secrets out or news.
We will try. We'll see what we can do.
But apparently, you guys keep secrets about as well as Mark Tominski does.
Sometimes, sometimes not. And we will have those trips again. I will tell you that. But that's it.
Oh, nice. You know, and that is something that you don't see at the other
no one
hunts.
has picked up on it either.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Every time we've let things out ahead of time, other people have knocked it off before our hunt came out.
But not with that.
Not with that. And we've done that now for 2 straight years.
I was going to say it's been. No, wait a minute. This will be the 3rd year.
With the trips?
I think. Because the first year it was just 1, I believe.
Okay. And the last 2 were 2.
Yeah, last year. And
I won't tell you that there may be more this year, but I'm not going to say that.
I didn't hear that.
Even though I do know the answer.
Well, you know, that's part of everybody saying, oh, you're just evil.
Yeah, being mean again. I know.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see what happens. You know.
Yep.
Either way, it's going to be a good time.
Let you take over, and I'm going to do off because we got to give 2 dogs baths tonight.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Well, you, Alan, have a wonderful night. Thanks for dropping in with us. And
thank you for having me.
We will see you and John Sunday.
Thank you so much. We'll see you then.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you, sir. Have a great night. Okay. And then there was one. So as we roll out of here, obviously, as you folks heard, Sunday, we will be covering DigFest. And as we roll out, we'll give the spot prices one more time. It looks like gold has dipped back. It was flat a little while ago where It was about to jump into the green, but it is slipping. It looks like currently on APMEX, gold is $4,756.10, while silver is $78.76. Platinum's $2,093.50 an ounce. And palladium is $1,584.20 an ounce. I'm not sure where scrap steel is right off the top of my head, and I do not have the price on aluminum cans. I do not have that price either. A lot of times Chuck or somebody else gets those prices, and I'm sure that Dennis has probably at some point during the run of the show put a price in for goldbacks. And I'm going to have to guess one goldback is roughly somewhere around $9.25 or so, maybe, which would put a half gold back at right around $4.50. We'll say. So we'll. That's what we'll roll with. That is the rough ballpark, anyway. And we'll see what happens Sunday. Chuck leaves bright and early in the morning to head off to FDIC in Indianapolis. So chances are good he may not even be around Sunday. I was going to take the night off tonight to try to get some projects buttoned up, but we figured we'd go ahead and do the ID Me and DTH promo. And then from there, obviously, we'll be moving on Sunday to Digfest with John Ramoska and Alan Lindau, of which I do not believe ID Me will be at that event. But I could be wrong. We'll find out Sunday. Either way, if you enjoyed the show, throw us a like. You can follow us here, Beyond Sight and Sound on YouTube, Beyond Sight and Sound on Facebook, Metal Detecting, Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook group, all the wonderful podcast distribution services, wherever you may find them. Please try to stay dry in all of the storms that are going around, and if not anything else, try not to die. We'll see you on the next one.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.